Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for July 27th, 2017. For your Thursday, the wash, rinse, repeat pattern will continue. Cloud dominated once again today. We're going to have the opportunity for an isolated shower, perhaps even a thunderstorm, very isolated, that's going to occur in the probably late afternoon and evening hours, and that'll be for our eastern sections. So let's get to that first. I'll go to the NAM high-res future simulator radar. I'll go start this off at 5 p.m. You can see very hit or miss stuff right here going on at this point. And this is just isolated showers, perhaps a thunderstorm that's going to continue into portions of the overnight. And this really isn't a big deal yet, but once we get into Friday morning, you have some maybe showers or maybe some advanced thunderstorms out ahead of it. But what's coming is this system out here, and this is going to have the opportunity and potential to drop some very heavy rainfall, at least for the southern half of our coverage area, with the verdict still out about how far north this gets. You might get this all the way up into the Poconos, but further up by New York, the New York-Pennsylvania border here, you might have less to deal with there. But it does look like there's a warm front boundary that's going to be kind of draped like this. Okay, and this area of low pressure, which is sitting right here, is going to traverse that boundary west to east. And once it gets to a position right about here near the Delmarva, there's an upper level low that's trailing into this, and it might dive into it and capture it in time. If that happens, the already heavy rainfall that is expected will be enhanced even further, and you're going to have a captured system potentially. So this has the potential to drop not just 1 to 2 inches of rain, but it might be more like 3 or 4, maybe even higher than that some spots, if the European model is correct anyway. We saw those images yesterday, and they were just quite impressive. Going forward from this point, we get to Friday morning. Really not too much going on yet. Again, just some advanced showers starting to work toward the region in the morning, and then we start getting into the heavier rain as this low starts to consolidate over the Chesapeake. And this is now looking at Friday evening. You can see northern Pennsylvania is really not getting into the action here at this point. This is mainly a southern Pennsylvania, Delaware, southern New Jersey deal at this point. However, we do think it's going to creep further north and get all the way up to the Poconos. Again, this is going to be dependent on whether or not this gets captured. Now, there's going to be some tremendous rainfall rates in here with this system. If this does, in fact, play out this way, that's going to go all the way into Saturday morning before tapering off and then starting to pull away later in the day. So this could be something that lingers into Saturday morning. The first half of your day doesn't look too good here on Saturday, but after that point, we should see some improvement. There are models that are starting to that are ending the rain Friday night, and they just have some morning clouds giving way to sunshine Saturday. So we're not totally giving up on the weekend yet, or at least not the start of the weekend. There's still some timing differences between these models and what they're going to do. So we don't want to jump the gun and say it's going to be good on Saturday and then it doesn't. But there is a potential it does kick out here a little bit earlier than this model is showing. And then once we get a little bit further from this, the system moves offshore, and we have a nice weekend coming after that. So the rest of Sunday looks great. And all of next week looks great as well. So we're going to have temperatures that are going to start off slightly below normal at the beginning of the week. Mostly sunny skies returning for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we have the opportunity to reach 90 degrees here in Philadelphia by Wednesday. Probably mid to upper 80s elsewhere. But this is definitely going to be in a step in the right direction as far as getting the warmth back in here as we head into next week. But going back to the NAM images here, I just want to show you what this is doing right now. This is the morning here on Friday, 11 a.m., and you can see some scattered showers at this point. Not a real big deal yet, but once we get through the course of the afternoon, you can see the heavy rain starting to develop. Here is 2 p.m., here's 5 p.m., and you can see very heavy rain across at least the southern and central portions of our coverage area, and then that just sits there and spins with that low pressure, and so you have some very heavy rainfall possible. So we'll be monitoring this closely, and we'll update as needed with the My Pocket Meteorologist text alerts to affected areas, because I do think a lot of areas are going to meet the minimum threshold to reach at least a ½ inch for us to send. So I do think that's going to occur. Not only rain, but rain and thunderstorms, also the opportunity to have some breezy conditions here on Friday with that low pressure so close. So we'll monitor it closely, and we'll update as needed on our social media avenues, and again with the My Pocket Meteorologist program. I'm Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchich. That is your outlook for July 27th, 2017. Have a great Thursday.